How's it going, everybody? This is going to be your event video for the week, and I gotta talk like this because I've had far too many voice cracks. So we're gonna fight that. Oh no! Alright, anyway, here I am with Scotty, and we're gonna be breaking down this week's events. The best breakdowns, I should say, because Scotty's the best. How's it going, brother?
It's so amazing. How are you?
It's so amazing. Hey, how about that Intel store?
It's better than I thought it was going to be as far as Gear Tier 20 cost.
Yeah, it's actually... I thought it was going to be like 10,000 per piece.
Yeah.
And it's actually, it's like 8,000 or something like that if you break it down, right? Anyway, we're going to go over the events, starting with the Alliance event. Red Justice. Is this any different than the one we've had?
No, it's still trash.
Trash! You hear that? Trash! They stole our gold!
It just feels like a lot of people have to, like, think about where they're using Vigilante. Like, really, it shouldn't be too hard if everyone's doing all the skill nodes and the skill mini-bosses, but, like, I feel like it's a lot of potential micromanaging for people, and then having to use Vigilante on the Spotlight nodes wherever possible. And then one of the events is also needing to use the Thunderbolts on nodes. I just feel like it's a lot of, like, people have to think a bit more about what they're using, and it's not just like play the game. It's like you have to like do this extra mental math, which is annoying with 24 people in your alliance.
Yeah, for sure. Here's the thing.
And it's still like kind of a middle finger to the people that like have their Vigilante all at 7 yellow. Because like an alliance that has like everyone that bought all the characters still can't get the final milestone. They still get the same milestone that like our alliance is going to get.
Hey, our alliance is the best. Here's what I'll say though. A sweaty part of me is actually okay if there's complicated events and we got to do like this like hoops gymnastics sort of thing if the rewards are really good at the other end, right? Not 2 orbs. It's 2 freaking orbs, man. It's 2 freaking orbs, man. Anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, just make sure you use the Vigilantes. Where are we currently using them? We're using them of course, in the Chaos Raids, but where else?
Yeah, I mean, I have, like, on the left side, it's just showing you, like, if you were to, like, max their use on every possible freaking node, just showing you that you can't actually get to milestone 20, versus on the right side, I did, like, the minimum of just doing, like, all the skill nodes in Chaotic Storm, and, like, that should be fine, but, like, obviously, like, you're afraid that some people might not do all the mini-bosses, so a lot of us are doing the unrestricted nodes in Spotlight. So those first 2 nodes that you can do, is a safe spot to use them because they do beat those nodes.
Yep.
But I mean, we hit it with a couple days to spare last time, so I think most people should be fine.
Hey, if we can figure it out, anyone can figure it out.
It's true.
All right, let's move on to the Harbinger. Did I say it right? Harbinger?
Sure.
The Harbinger, yeah, you're not even brave enough to try it. The Harbinger week 1, this is in the command center. So what sort of event is this, and is it completable, and do we celebrate it, or are we still on the hate train for the command center?
I hate the command center with a passion. I just think it's a lot harder to go read things in there and make sure, like, these daily objectives, when they're things you don't normally do every day. So the raiding 8 times a day, easy peasy.
Yeah.
The big thing is you have to also remember to go claim it, because it won't be there if you don't claim it every day, and you just like don't, if you ignore the red dot, because a lot of us are just so capable of ignoring red dots now.
Or desensitized to it, yeah.
Yeah, and so, like, as we saw last week with this, like, there was that daily objective that you had to spend raid credits, and like, you and I don't spend raid credits anymore. Like, that's like, we had to actually like force ourselves to do it every day and remember to do it because there's no like reminder to go do it. And then you missed it by like one.
Was there any wiggle room? Was there any wiggle room? I missed
no
it by
wiggle
10.
room.
Yeah, I didn't spend raid credits on one day and I missed out on it. I was like, oh, cool. Now I can actually hate on this thing with reason.
Well, no, there was no wiggle room if you didn't have any of the premium milestones. So, like, it wasn't, I think, as big an issue for people that I think you had to have, was it Vigilante at
Hit
higher
Monkey
star
5,
levels?
6, and 7.
Yes.
Yeah. So it
So, like,
wasn't broke boy proof, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But this one's easier because it's 8 raids a day, which most people should do. You just have to remember to go claim it. But you do have to complete all the non-premium milestones to get all of this, because the total is 370 that you need to get to. So that means you can't miss a daily objective, and you also have to make sure to use Thunderbolts 15 times.
Okay.
So what has been broken in these CC events previously is when they did the Vigilante, where you had to use Vigilante. If you use like more than one of them together, it didn't count more than once, which was an issue.
Yeah.
But now I have been told by people in our alliance who used Ghost and Taskmaster on 3 different nodes, they had 6 like points of it like checked
Excellent.
off. So it does seem to be counting accurately this time. So that will make it easy, but you still need to use them like 15 times. So if you are sacking a bio node with them, which would be my recommendation, is to use them in your sack. If you're only doing 1 bio node a day, you are going to be short because that is only going to get you 14. So you need to make sure that you're doing probably at least 2 bio nodes at least once to make sure you get it. Or as we're doing, we're also going to save the mini boss in Spotlight. Not the mini boss, the final boss.
Okay.
For people to use Thunderbolts if they need to, and also to use Vigilante if they need to, just because we have extra energy to burn there.
Yeah. And for sure, nobody's going to like get a little, jump the horse a little bit and try and get that intel on that final boss node, since they increase the amount it gives. No way Scopely would ever try and pin alliance mates against each other. They're not that stupid. They're not that stupid, right, chat? All right, let's look at the rewards for this guy, because this looks pretty good. Looks like it's 5,000 all the way down, all the way across. How many of this 5,000? What's our total intel from this?
I don't know. I didn't add that up.
Okay, well, now I got to count it. That's
That
5,
wasn't my
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 100,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's 10 gear tier 20 pieces for finishing this with a little bit of leftovers. That's cool. I like that.
And yeah, so the other parts of it that are much easier to do is just the gathering intel passively, which you should gather, is my assumption, during this weekly, that you'll at least get 300k over a week.
Yeah.
Earning 1 armory, 20 orb, and then opening one of them also is another weekly. But that gives you, like, with the daily every day and the weeklies, gives you 370.
Right on. Yeah, and this event feeds into itself. Like, you're literally getting intel, and one of the objective is to gather intel. Did you talk about these Shadow King Diamond Orbs and the implication this has on the leaderboard?
So yeah, that's the next part of it. So the premium objectives, which I didn't count as the math, you don't need them to finish the command center, but they're now doing this thing where it basically is a more obvious offer aspect to it. But these are where the missing diamond orbs for the later event that we're going to talk about, which is the leaderboard event, that's where these are hiding, which is having your Victoria hand and using her at 5, 6, and 7 yellow.
Yeah, exactly. All right, give me a second, Scotty. I don't know where we left off. I think we finished this event, so we're going to move on over to the monthly Harbinger event, which is also in the Intel store. We'll go over this math here first. So why don't you walk us through this one, Scotty? What kind of event is this, and what should we be expecting to have to do?
So the daily is a little bit more complicated because there's 3. Like the battle and raid 3 times is easy. I would hope spending 300 campaign energy a day is easy for people. The spending golds is, I'm not going to say hard, but it becomes a more, I had a lot of questions about it already from people. Like, do I have to do this every day because I like to hoard my gold and not spend it? Like, like every day.
Yeah, it's like the raid credits one we talked about, right? It's something that we just sometimes you'll do it because the golden opportunity, get a couple cores there, but sometimes you just forget to spend gold on the day.
Exactly. Yeah. So the question was, do I have to do it every day? And the answer is, it depends. So the first, like, if you were to spend gold every day and like for the 28 days, and you do all the weekly objectives, which is just using your intel in the store. So like we just had the event where you're earning 300k intel, and now this is an event to spend the 300k intel. And you do, and that's weekly, and then you do the monthly aspect, which is raiding with your Hitmonkey, Sable, Daredevil, and at least we're assuming that Victoria Hand's release event will be out.
Yeah.
If you're someone who cores them and you're going to have all of them, you do end up with an excess of 24 points. So that means if you are not going to unlock Songbird and Hyperion, you really do need to spend 1 million gold every day except for 4 days.
Right on. So at least it's completable regardless, right? And somebody was bringing up a good point in chat here. This event is actually kind of cool because we're double dipping on the dailies for the spending gold. So if, what 1.25 million is what we spend for the golden opportunities one to get the max cores, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so if you do that, then that also double dips here. And you end up getting an extra 100 cores a day, which is awesome. Spending 300 campaign energy a day is really easy. So we're actually getting like pretty decent cores here. I think they're trying to get people excited about like this kind of extra stuff that we're going to be getting. We're going to be getting some extra T4s from the weekly stuff, nothing crazy. But then that monthly stuff you're talking about for using Hitmonkey, Service Sable, Daredevil, this is like a huge chunk of our intel source for the for, I guess, for the month, right? 300,000. You break that down. I'm gonna do this wrong. It's like 130. It's like 30 gear tier 20 pieces with all this, I believe, something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna not pretend to do math. And then this is interesting here as well, right? So the Battle and Raids of Victoria Hand, we assume this one is gonna be free to play completable by the end of the leaderboard event that we're gonna talk about in a second. But we're also speculating that this orb, since we're going to be earning it for Songbird and Hyperion, and there's a 28-day timer on this, I'm kind of speculating that this orb could be the equivalent of like what the Daredevil Modern Diamond Orb was, where it was used as an input for every event that month. So it could be that you can save this for a future leaderboard, or if you don't want to risk it and you can get this done, get it done. But for me, like, I don't want a core for Victoria Hand. I only want a core for Hyperion because it looks like he's going to be the last character to come out. And I just don't want to. I don't want to use my cores on all these characters. I don't think they need to be, 4 stars to make the raid work, which is where I think I'm going to get the most value for them. So for me, like, I'm kind of hoping that there's going to be another leaderboard event when it's like Hyperion's turn to come out, and then I'll just have like an extra little buffer for that leaderboard. But we'll see. I mean, that's pure speculation. But these events pretty straightforward to get this right. We're just gonna be doing raids. The extreme part is gonna be the dailies, remembering to use the gold.
Yes, and like deciding, because I did like the 2 tracks. Like the one on the right side was basically like, what is, if you are planning to core Songbird and Hyperion, like get them unlocked during this event, and like you should get Hyperion unlocked. Yeah. It's Songbird that I guess is more of the question. Yeah. You could technically only spend gold 4 days of the 28 days and still complete it, because some people want to not spend it every day and know what's the minimum. So that's kind of like it, I guess.
Yeah. I would suggest breaking your rule and spending it just so that you're hitting that extra 50 cores, but I get the allure of keeping your gold. You never know when they're going to throw gold into that supply store, right? Or sorry, gear to 20.
And we don't know if there's going to be flash objectives in here at some point. Like there have been in the past CC events. Yeah. Like those random flash objectives. So like that might make it even easier to do, but just like they don't talk about it. So I don't know if it's actually, if they just did that and I told them how much I hated it and they'll actually listen, because I hated the flash event that you had to check every day. Is there a new objective that I didn't know about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cool part about this event is this is going to get us our first. I actually don't know how many shards. This doesn't get us the unlock, does it? Oh, this probably does get us the unlock. So this gets us the Quasar unlock, and then for going over, we're actually getting a crap ton of intel here as well. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's going to be 200,000 intel if you max out this, which is great. And I do like that the command center seems to have the spirit of the old events we used to have, where the milestones are all free to play completable, at least for now, right? Like we haven't seen Whale Command Center rewards yet. I assume we will, but we haven't seen them yet. We've seen the Whalestone objectives that have pretty good rewards in them, but not like Whalestone rewards. And I appreciate that for now. For now. But both of these Harbinger events feed into the current week's big event, the leaderboard event called Stolen Thunder. This event is going to be giving you your first taste of bio on those leaderboards, as well as Thunderbolt Diamond Orb fragments. We should go over what that is, and also the Thunderbolt Diamond credits. But let's check out your math for this one first. Let me get over there. Boom. So here we go, guys. Earning Crimson Duelist Orb fragments from daily arena rankings. Opening the Shadow King Diamond Orb, which is just straight offer. There's one $20 offer for this. And then there's 3 that you get, we talked about in the last event, for having a 5, 6, and 7 star Victoria hand, 1 for each star level. And then earn Stolen Thunder milestone point, which again is just offers. So what kind of progress can we hope to expect here?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of inputs on this. The daily web milestone, like the web objective that you can claim, is 500. I assume maybe the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be 1,000. That could be an overestimation.
Okay.
But we won't know until then. And then I kind of broke it down. There's 2 versions of the top 10. There is the version if you buy the SK orb and then have your Victoria hand at 7 yellow, you'll be milestone 19.
Ooh.
And if you don't do any of those orbs, you'll be milestone 17.
Okay.
And then I broke it down basically in each bracket in Arena. So there's no difference between top 20, top 50, like I guess top 11 to 50.
Okay.
So that'll be milestone 16 regardless.
Okay.
And then basically every Arena bracket below that, you drop down to 15, and then 14, I think was the same.
Yeah, it's the top 100
drop down
500,
slowly.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's head on over in game then. Let's check out what sort of rewards you could expect to get just from the milestone stuff. So let's go to the minimum. You said that was milestone 14. Okay. I guess there's no more monthly item, right? Wow, I'm already at milestone 14. Interesting. Okay. That's because I bought the Diamond Orb, and I bought an offer because I want these things because it's going to help me get Professor X faster. There ain't nothing good up to milestone 14, brother.
No.
There ain't nothing good up to milestone 14. That is trash. They're not giving those. What was that? That was the top 100. They ain't giving them shit. That's garbage. No, that's garbage. All right. Well, let's see the people that are not getting garbage, I guess. Let's check out people in the top 50. Milestone 16. Ooh, this is still garbage, brother.
Yeah,
up to milestone 19 is all garbage. This is all garbage. There's nothing like of super interest here. I guess like some purple ISO. There was no purple ISO up to milestone 14. This is a trash milestone event. Wow. Wow. Training mods?
You don't think those 500 DPCs at milestone 19 are worth it?
Oh my god, the people only getting
if
to
you
milestone
buy
14.
4 of those SK, well, I guess buy the 1 SK Diamond Orb and you have your Victoria hand at 7 yellow, you get to go home with 6 million gold and 500 DPCs.
Well, you're probably also only going to pull DPCs from that Shadow King Orb, so you'll probably get 2,500 total. It's only going to cost you, 7 star in Victoria hand and the $20 out. This event is trash on the milestones. Okay, so let's get this event's trash for rewards until the leaderboard gets paid out, right? This is like a very strict leaderboard where there's not a lot of variability in like what you can get except for your arena ranking. So I expect the arena to just be a slaughterhouse, like an absolute slaughterhouse. I mean, obviously, we're both excited, right? Because this is the first bio leaderboard. We both have a lot of characters that we want to do, especially like Gladiator Gore, because those characters keep screwing us over with overpowered in places like Crucible. So, why don't you talk about what this leaderboard is going to do for you? Because I think this puts you in a really good spot, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't need. I think we looked at it. Like, I had to be like top
Like
1,000
3,000.
maybe, or
Yeah. It was
yeah,
3,500, I
to
think.
get enough bio to finish.
Yeah.
Because I just need my bio characters, and then I'll be good to go.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. So, for other players, let's just look at like the top 1,500. Let's look at the top 2,000. Well, there's a big jump there. So, top 2,000 to top 2,500, there's a drop of uh, two of these orbs. So let's go look at the Thunderbolt Diamond Orb, see what's in there. And it's also going to give you 80 of these diamond credits. So I just thought this was a really interesting way for them to do diamonds on these new characters. I kind of liked this. Did you look at this at all?
I just was waiting to kind of see if there were any other ways that we were going to get it, because to be honest with you, me getting diamonds on these characters isn't going to matter. I'm not going to have them at 7 anything for a very.
No, it doesn't matter at all, but I just kind of like it. I can't find the orb right now. I know I looked at it. Where was it? Where was the orb? Not there. I forget what tab it's in.
It's under the. The orb. I don't know if I saw the orb.
Yeah, I saw the orb. It didn't look bad. You're getting lightning on both. Where is it though? Hold on, we're gonna have to find it. It's in the diamond tab. Okay, thank you, sweet. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
That's an obvious spot.
That's pretty. Yeah. I'm not gonna edit that out because that just makes me look exactly like how I am. So for each orb, you're gonna get 5 of those diamonds on each side. So for each orb, you're getting 10 total. Then you also have guaranteed diamond promotions for one of the 3 new characters. Now let's be real, at 87.5%, like you're getting you're getting 1 diamond on all these characters, which I think is actually a really cool starting spot because even if it's just 1 diamond, I get more excited about getting that 7th red star, the 7th yellow star essentially, because I know it's going to activate that extra power boost from diamonds. It's like diamonds, oddly enough, they kind of act like how I feel they wanted Overpower to act. So I've been investing in this character. I built this character up, and there comes this moment where I finally finish the credits, and it feels like all the investment I put into that character is like it awakens, it like evolves, and it's a kind of a feels good moment. Now, besides just being like pretty much guaranteed at least 1 diamond on one of these new characters, or probably 1 diamond on all 3 of these characters, if you're in like that top 2,000 range, you're also going to be able to do direct promotions for them. So I feel like you're going to be able to directly promote at least one of these characters to 2 diamonds, like no matter who you are. And I would just like to say, I think Songbird is actually the best character on this team. She sets the stage with her damage flip, the trauma, all that great stuff. I think she's the MVP, followed by Hyperion. And Victoria Hand, say it with me, Scotty. 3, 2, 1, she's trash. You didn't say it with me.
She is?
You left me hanging. You fucking...
Well, I didn't know she was trash. You have not shared.
She's just a healer. She's trash.
What's wrong with that? That's like, so I take offense to that because you know that I play support in Marvel Rivals, and that's basically like calling me trash because I'm just a healer.
No, Marvel Rivals.
In
Marvel Rivals, heroes are very active and they have to position well and they have to dodge things. Healers in this game are standing passives of garbage. Anyway, I thought it was really cool what they're doing with diamonds for this team. This video went on far too long. We're done. Scotty left me hanging.
I can't believe you just called me trash.
No, I'm about to. I didn't do it yet, but I'm about to. All right. From me and Trash, we'd like to say goodbye and thank you for watching our video. Okay. So you want to say goodbye to them, Trash?
Farewell.